Hi, I'm Davis Hama with Loud Light. Here's what happened the 10th week of the Kansas legislative session. A coalition of all Democrats and a chunk of Republicans used a series of unusual procedures to force a vote on Medicaid expansion. Representative Wolf Moore made a motion to completely strip the language of a doctor-nurse oversight bill and replace it with Medicaid expansion. This same gut-and-go maneuver was used in 2017 when Medicaid expansion passed but was vetoed by Brownback. Rules Chair Blaine Finch ruled the amendment not germane, meaning not similar enough to the original bill, which would normally kill the effort. But in a remarkable rebuke to leadership that has not occurred in over 2 decades, the House overruled the Rules Chair, allowing Medicaid expansion debate to begin. Several amendments were offered, but the only ones to pass were a poison pill measure that kills the program if the federal government lowers the match rate, a $25 monthly fee for enrollees, and a ban on using funds for abortion even in the case of rape and incest. The final bill passed 2955 and is headed to the Senate, where President Susan Wagle and Leader Jim Denning are expected to continue blocking debate despite the majority of senators supporting Medicaid expansion. The last Supreme Court ruling said that the state simply needed to adjust school funding for inflation and the lawsuit would be over. A plan aimed at doing that passed with a bipartisan group of 80% of the Senate last week. But that bill was killed by the House K-12 Budget Committee in a 7-5 vote on Thursday. Instead, the House committee passed a bill adding 63 pages of policy mandates on schools without providing any funding, and another bill that allocates money for only 2 years, provides only half of what the Senate bill did for state-based aid, and never technically associates that funding with inflation. This plan also makes changes to the school funding formula, which would reopen other aspects of the lawsuit, such as equity. The Attorney General has only 3 weeks until the state's legal argument is due to the Supreme Court. A Department of Transportation employee was fired when they accidentally used an official government Twitter to call President Trump a communist for the president's attacks on the freedom of press. Then Governor Kelly had to pull her nomination for the appeals court when it came to light that her nominee, Judge Jeffrey Jack, had made politically charged social media comments criticizing President Trump. It is now legally unclear if Governor Kelly gets to select a new nominee or if the power to select a replacement goes to the Kansas Supreme Court Chief Justice Nuss. Governor Kelly's pick for Secretary of Commerce, David Tollen, is facing a bitter fight to be confirmed. Tollen has won national recognition for his 2 decades of urban and rural economic development work that's included getting a hospital, grocery store, and affordable housing to a rural Kansas county. A group of Republicans on his confirmation committee were critical of a joke his staff made about Tollen not supporting Brownback and questioned $100 in stock he had. Some of the legislators critical of Tollen, namely Chair Julia Lynn, had protected former Brownback Commerce Secretary Suave from an audit after it was revealed Suave used his position to give friends millions of dollars in government contracts. Chairwoman Lynn voted to break a 5-5 tie on the committee and not recommend Tollen for confirmation. The full Senate will soon get a chance to vote on Tollen's nomination. Bills must pass both chambers to stay alive by the end of this coming week, so both the House and Senate are on the floor every day. House leadership has scheduled 37 bills to be worked on Monday alone, including school funding, the entire budget, and calling for a convention of states to change the U.S. Constitution. A lot of votes will happen this week, so it's another good time to remind your legislators what issues you care about. Thanks for liking, sharing, and contributing. Stay tuned, stay engaged, and until next time, thank you so much, Kansas.